My name is Neil Myer. I serve as the campus minister for U-Kirk at MSU, Presbyterian Campus Ministry. We are based at Eastminster Presbyterian Church, and we serve students from Michigan State University, Lansing Community College, and other college-age young adults at large in the Lansing area. We are sponsored and supported in major ways by Eastminster Presbyterian Church of East Lansing, also by Northwestminster Presbyterian Church of Lansing, and other supporting churches include First Presbyterian of Lansing, First Presbyterian of Holt, Mason, First Presbyterian Church, and Mount Hope Presbyterian Church. We are U-Kirk, which means University Church, and that is the Presbyterian Church USA's brand for campus ministry that was birthed at the 2012 General Assembly in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as a result of a 2-year task force on collegiate ministry in the denomination. They were realizing that we were behind the times compared to other denominations in campus ministries in large parts of the country. And so kind of in conjunction with the 1,001 New Worshiping Communities movement, they decided to set a 10-year goal of starting 101 new Presbyterian campus ministries across the denomination. And we're well underway from Tempe, Arizona to Mobile, Alabama to Miami, Florida to East Lansing, Michigan, where we are with U-Kirk at Michigan State. Our website is ukirkmsu.org, and we would encourage students at Michigan State University or Lansing Community College, or even some young adults at large, to check out the website and get connected. All of our information is there, and we would love to reach out and connect with those students. When I say young adults at large, there may be somebody that's taking a gap year that they're starting to work, and maybe they haven't started college for whatever reason, but it's post-high school, and we reach out to those young people as well. Our students who are involved say, "Can I invite a friend?" The answer is, of course, you can invite a friend, and the ministry has just grown from there. When they come for a Wednesday night, they get a home-cooked meal from churches, and free food is always a plus for college students. And then we gather around the table. So sometimes it's worship, sometimes it's discussion, sometimes it's Bible study. Each week is a little bit different. And we encounter the questions and engage them in questions of spiritual practices, of studying the scripture, of who am I? Who am I called to be? Where is God calling me to be in this world? I think that our students sometimes feel like the only question they're ever asked is, what's your major? What are you going to be? And we try to let the students know, you are not your major. You are more than that. You are a beloved child of God, and all that's encompassed of what you're called to do and be in this world are far more than just your major. One of the missions that we have done, one of our local missions, was with Advent House Ministries, which is another Presbytery-supported entity housed at Northwestminster Presbyterian in Lansing. And one of our partner churches, which was Mason, First Presbyterian Church in Mason, their mission team came up with an idea, and they said, hey, if we kick in the money for paint, our mission team, and could you get some students, and we need to do some painting at Advent House. And so we painted the space that is the day shelter for Advent House Ministries, and really freshened up the space in Advent House for those that come to get a meal on weekends. And our students have also served there from time to time. Individuals were blown away, some of our students, and I think a lot of our churches do a great job with youth ministry, but you can only accomplish so much through 12th grade, and then what happens next? And they haven't gotten into some of the deep theological issues. It blew our students' minds when introduced the concept that there were different words for love in the Bible. And so they were like, keep going, you need to start a podcast, keep going, tell us more. What do you mean there's different words? And the Greek doesn't have just one word for love. So those kind of aha moments are really amazing to see the students begin to grasp, and then they end up wanting more. And in many cases, there are some students who simply want a meal, and they want a group of peers, and they want to know who to walk with. But there are others that are diving deep, and we have a few students I know already considering calls and vocational calls in the church or ministry, and so we may be hearing more from them soon. When we started in August of 2015, I started on August 1st, 2015, and I sent out a few emails and phone calls and text messages to potential students that we had, and I was so excited. We're going to start this new Presbyterian campus ministry, and I set up prayer stations all throughout the space, and I waited, and we had an elder and the pastor from Northwestminster Presbyterian Church showed up at the time, no students. During midterm week, we had a pancake dinner, and we just had one tabletop griddle. We didn't know how many students would come. We had a grand total of 2 students come. And from that night on, 2 became 4, became 8, became 10 by the end of the first year. And now we've reached well over 50 students in just 3 years' time. And so to see the ministry grow by reaching out by word of mouth and by the students' excitement for what's happening and what they're experiencing of not just God's love, but their chance to practice gratitude, to practice reflection, to set their time aside from their academic pursuits to focus on God and to give them just a little bit of a breath. I think that they have the busiest time of their life. They're overscheduled. They feel so much pressure for what internship am I going to get next summer? What can I put on my resume? And this offers an alternative to that, a place to breathe, to pause, to be reminded that they are children of God, and that's the most important identity they can ever have.
It's a safe